Hello, Jennifer Felion here, and we're working through Louise Hay's book, You Can Heal Your Life. It's a great book. Currently, we're working on chapter 3. Where does it come from? The past has no power over me. So we've gone through a lot of stuff, and we have sifted through what we thought the problem was. Now we have come up with what I believe is the real problem. We feel we are not good enough, and there is a lack of self-love. From the way I look at life, if there is any problem, then this has to be true. So let us look at where this belief came from. How did we go from being a tiny baby who knows the perfection of itself and of life to being a person who has problems and feels unworthy and unlovable to one degree or another? People who already love themselves can love themselves even more. Think of a rose from the time it is a tiny bud. As it opens to full flower till the last petal falls, it is always beautiful, always perfect, always changing. So it is with us. We are always perfect, always beautiful, and ever changing. We are doing the best we can with the understanding, awareness, and knowledge we have. As we gain more understanding, awareness, and knowledge, then we will do things differently. Mental house cleaning. Now is the time to examine our past a bit more, to take a look at some of the beliefs that have been running us. Some people find this part of the cleansing process very painful, but it need not be. We must look at where is there before we must look at what is there before we can clean it out. If you want to clean a room thoroughly, you will pick up and examine everything in it. Some things you will look at with love, and you will dust them or polish them to give them new beauty. Some things you will see that need refinishing or repair, and you will make a note to do that. Some things will never serve you again, and it becomes time to let those things go. Old magazines and newspapers and dirty paper plates can be dropped into the wastebasket very calmly. There is no need to get angry in order to clean a room. It is the same thing when we are cleaning our mental house. There is no need to get angry just because some of the beliefs in it are ready to be tossed out. Let them go as easily as you would scrape bits of food into the trash after a meal. Would you really dig into yesterday's garbage to make tonight's meal? Do you dig into old mental garbage to create tomorrow's experiences? If a thought or belief does not serve you, let it go. There is no written law that says that because you once believed something, you have to continue to believe it forever. Let's look at some limiting beliefs and where they came from. And we'll look at the limiting beliefs in the next segment. But that's a very good analogy, mental house cleaning. Have you ever watched those shows, The Hoarders, or those shows that go through the people who hoard lots of stuff and they walk through the house and there's like garbage and boxes of stuff and things that they bought, things with receipts on them, just so much clutter, so much stuff. And you would think, okay, here's a TV show coming in and they offer to clean the house and they maybe even make repairs and do a remodeling. And you really want to see that after effect. You want to see the clean home and the new decorations. But it's very funny because even though the people know that they will receive so much more if they just clean the house and let it go, you'll find that they have such a hard time throwing away even like a little receipt of paper, that they've hold on to so many little items and so many attachments and all this hoarding, that if they were just to let it go, they would have received so much more. But they're so blinded by their attachment to these little things. And I think oftentimes that's the same with our mental state of being, that we've become so attached to the thoughts that I'm unlovable, that I'm unworthy, that I'm not good enough. Even though it makes us sad and it doesn't help us, we've become attached to having that in our house. And we have to learn that we have to do some mental house cleaning. If you really desire the life that you want, you're going to have to throw away that thought. but you can replace it with a good thought. It doesn't have to be totally empty, but you can't clutter your mind with trash and garbage and sift through the past and eat old crumbs and, just pollute yourself with these negative garbage in your mind. So I encourage you, do some mental house cleaning. See what thoughts aren't serving you anymore. Toss those out. Keep the ones that are positive and serving you, and create room for new thoughts. Thank you so much for listening. Tune in for more tips and inspiration as we work through this book. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, like me on Facebook, and I look forward to talking to you soon.